coach Greg Vanney here to the press conference room, and we'll begin with questions here. Damien, go ahead.
Hey, Greg. First of all, can we just get your thoughts on Pachuca? How do you think they're different than who you already faced, Cruz Azul, Tijuana, and Santos?
Very good team. I think there's some similarities. I know you asked the differences, but I think there's some similarities in that they're all teams that want to be pretty aggressive on the defensive side. They want to step out and get to clarity on the defensive side, which means sometimes stepping out and getting to man-on-man, especially in the attacking half of the field. They're very proactive in terms of how they defend. When they do step to defend, they defend fast and they defend hard. These are good defensive teams, individually and collectively good defending teams. But they're also able to shift within the game. Sometimes when they choose not to be aggressive, they're still a good mid-block and detail-oriented. Very good players, attacking-wise. I think they're very competent in possession. They know how to settle the game down and how to create good spacing, and they're just a good team. And then ultimately it comes down to they have good players that can punish you and that can win games when they're given the chances. So it'll be a great matchup for us. Again, it'll put a lot of challenges in front of us as Leagues Cup has, and things that we'll have to solve in terms of breaking their press when they are coming and pressing us. Try to use our speed and athleticism and quality on the other side when we're able to. But it's also going to require us to stay connected as a group and defend as a group and make sure that we're connected as a group behind our attacks, all those kinds of things that I think we've done better in Leagues Cup, to be honest, than we have in League. And so I think they're a very good team. Their results show that as well.
And then coming off of Miami, you had some moments there. You're 1-1. You end up taking the loss there. What's the turnaround like mentally for the group as they made their way back home?
Yeah, they've been all right. I mean, I think whether anyone says it or not, there's also one eye that's been on this game as we won the last one going into this weekend, even from my perspective and thinking about how to rotate the group depending on how the game was going and try not to overexert anyone too much, not playing a guy or two because of where they are in terms of recovery physically or little ailments that we knew we could get around the corner. So, this weekend we were trying to manage two different scenarios, which was the weekend and then this game that we know was coming up. And right now everything is locked in on this game. And so, I think guys turned around okay. They were disappointed how the game finished. For me, there was a lot of details inside of the game that we needed to be more mindful of, and those are things that we need to carry over to Wednesday.
Livet, Fox Deportes.
Gracias. So I think we have all seen, the actual situation for Galaxy here here. So in MLS. Mm-hmm. But you guys did a great job against the Mexican teams. Do you see a superiority between the MLS and the Mexican teams?
Well, I think the two leagues are a lot more balanced now than they have probably ever been, and so I think that's a good thing for just the game and for the tournament. I think a couple of things. I think the way we have matched up against the teams we've played has been pretty good. Our ability sometimes in transition, the speed that we have at the top of our forwards, our wingers, things like that, have given the opposition from Mexico a hard time. They like to play their high lines a little higher. They're a little more aggressive in the press sometimes, and so I think it has. In some ways, it has given us opportunities to get to things that we don't always get to inside of our league. I don't think it makes one team better than the other. I think or one league better than the other. I think that we have acquitted ourselves better under the circumstances of Leagues Cup than we have inside of league. I think timing matters in all of this too. I think Leagues Cup came at a time where we had finally in our season been able to get a stretch of games at home, and we started to build a little bit of momentum through that stretch of games at home. We played our 3 Leagues Cup games at home. That's also been helpful. So I think there's a lot of things inside of that, but I do think in some of these games, depending on how the Mexican leagues have played us, it has set us up to use some of our strengths that maybe we don't use as often inside of the league.
Can you tell us a little more? How much do you know Pachuca?
Well, I mean, I've watched all of their Leagues Cup games, and then I've watched a couple games of them inside of their league play. So I feel like we have a pretty good sense of who they are, what they like to do, the qualities of their players, things like that. So I think we have an idea of what we might think we will see from them, but in any of these events and these games, teams and coaches have a way of potentially shifting things a little bit this way or a little bit that way. So we think we have a pretty good sense of them, but you still have to adapt to the day and answer whatever the challenges are on the day. So, but we've certainly put a lot of energy between our scouting group and myself trying to watch to get a sense of what we might be dealing with when they arrive here tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Now we'll go to Zoom. Josh, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it. Looking at the game tomorrow night, this feels like it is all the eggs in one basket at this point. How all or nothing is this game for you guys, just in terms of both Leagues Cup as a must-win, but also just the overall season?
Well, I think for our opportunity to win something this year, this game is everything to get to the next step of actually accomplishing something, whether that's a championship, Champions League, but something to take out of this season. This is pretty much all eggs in the basket tomorrow to try to move on. So, I think and everybody in our locker room over there understands the importance of the game and the importance for this particular group to try to make some statement this season about its ability to win a big game and win in a big series like this or a big tournament.
And then in terms of health with Maya Yoshida, who didn't travel, I think Amiro Garces didn't travel, and then I think you mentioned Gabriel Peck was dealing with some food poisoning. How do you see all those guys sort of playing out on tomorrow night?
Yeah, Gabriel's fine, and the guys who are feeling it, they've obviously recovered from all of that and have been in training. Amiro, as we sort of expected, should be ready for tomorrow. Maya is a little hit and miss. We'll see how he responds after today. So we'll see. I'm not quite as confident on Maya, but I'm certainly more confident on the others.
Thanks, Trey.
Yep.
Alex Ruiz, go ahead.
Hi, Greg. Thank you for your time. I wanted to ask you, obviously this here is knockout play. Not that long ago, you guys, won a knockout tournament in the MLS Cup. Just do you feel, maybe from your perspective as a coach and maybe your feel on the players as well, that maybe it helps boost a little bit of confidence knowing it's a one-off game, knowing that form kind of goes out the window here. It's 90 minutes and then potentially a penalty shootout. Does that kind of maybe switch the mindset of, some of the losses and some of the other things you guys have experienced this year?
Yeah, I think for sure it's a one game. It's a knockout scenario. If we look at our performances inside of this event in particular, they've been very solid. So I think we build off of those things. The two games that we've played in between, I don't feel like we haven't had the same type of performances in those two games as we've had in this event. Reasons could be long and discussed, but not our best energy. We haven't been connected as much. Playing in Miami is not the easiest thing in the summer, but neither here nor there. At the end of the day, this group is focused on this game and understanding that this tournament is a big opportunity to take something away from a season that's been challenging, and everybody has their eyes and focus set on that. And so that's what I expect to see from our group tomorrow, is a highly competitive group ready to lay everything out on the field to work to come away with a result and try to move on to the next stage of this tournament.
And secondly, we've obviously been talking about kind of, I don't want to say like salvaging the season in a way, but does that kind of maybe add a bit of extra pressure for this game on Wednesday? I mean, you guys have had a lot of travel, obviously coming back from Miami. Do you guys kind of feel maybe that added pressure by chance? Thank you.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how you add pressure to a situation. I feel like given the results, the season has been heavy. People have felt pressure through the season, just, the first 16 games or whatever it was that we hadn't 15, 16, we didn't have a win. I think that there's a lot of pressure inside of that. So I think this group has felt pressure, and I think that's there. I think at the end of the day, I think they're excited to play this game with an opportunity to get something out of it and to move forward. And so I don't know if I'm concerned about the pressure side. I think the pressure side will actually get this group and some of the key players maybe just a little bit more focused on details inside of their play and hopefully, just a little added energy on both sides of the ball, things like that, because this is essentially it's a knockout at this point. And so every play matters, both with and without the ball. And I think that's going to be important for our group to be successful.
Daniel Olea, go ahead.
Hey, Greg, thank you for your time. I know that you mentioned it, the players are focused for this match, especially like the last opportunity to get something for this season, especially after the result on Sunday. Do you look the perspective from you is the same? Is this the last opportunity for the Galaxy to win Leagues Cup to gain something this season, or it's a different approach from you every single game?
No, this again, I would say the same thing. I really think this event and this game is our opportunity to move to the next stage of this tournament with the hopes that we can put ourselves in position to win something. This is that event for us. This is our playoffs. This is our postseason in a way. Even though I know we have more games after this, but this is our chance to win a trophy in a meaningful event, get a Champions League spot, all those things that come with it. This is it for us. And after this, we focus on the season and whatever things we need to do towards the end of the season. But in terms of success, event, trophy, Champions League, all the things that come with some form of legacy and of a group, and the player and coaches and everything else, this is where it's at for this year. And that's what we need to be locked in on and try to bring something to our fans and to celebrate things like that. This is all in this event right now.
Last question. Orlando Arellano, su pregunta, por favor.
Gracias. Buenas tardes, profe Greg. Orlando.
Buenas tardes.
Está en servicio informativo de deportes aquí en la Ciudad de México. Preguntarle mañana cómo jugarle a Pachuca, que más allá que lleva una derrota en la Liga MX y en Leagues Cup le ha ido muy bien, cómo enfrentar mañana ese partido y qué tan importante es para ustedes sacar ese resultado que les dé a la postre estar en la siguiente ronda, más allá que su equipo no ha estado muy bien en lo que es la liga local. Gracias.
Coach, tomorrow, what's your approach against Pachuca, and how important is it for your team to get the result you need tomorrow to advance?
Yeah, again, our approach is going to be how it has been in Leagues Cup. We'll set ourselves up with the best group that we feel gives us an opportunity to win the game. We need to. Look, we'd like to have the ball. We want to try to dictate the game certainly as much as we can at home and with our fans but we have to solve sort of the challenges of the day. We have to also identify how Pachuca is looking to play us, how they want to defend us, how they're looking to set up on the attacking side. So for us, it's to try to impose ourselves on the game and on Pachuca as much as we possibly can, manage the moments and execute in the key moments of the game. And see how much of the game we can put into our favor and can really control the balance of it with and without the ball. So I think it's always the same every time we go out. Some days we do it better than others. Hopefully tomorrow will be one that we get all of the energy and resources of all of our guys connected together and in a fight for what is going to be a big opportunity and to seek a big result.
Does the late start hurt or help Maya in his possibility of coming back tomorrow?
I don't think it's neither here nor there. I think I'm going to connect with the docs and everybody else here, and as all this stuff closes out, and just kind of reassess where we're at. And and with Maya, obviously. But I don't think it's going to change anything. I mean, a decision is certainly imminent today. It's not going to be made last minute or anything like that. So that won't help anything. But again, it's a later game. So just in terms of the whole group, in terms of preparation and getting to your daily sort of plan and preparation for games, just all gets pushed back a little bit for guys in general. For Maya, won't make any difference either way. And our decision, let's say that.
Thank you so much for your time,
Okay,
Greg. Good
thanks,
luck
everyone.
tomorrow.
All right, appreciate you.